begin with our competition at the college division. All right, guys, good luck to all of you. Let's first find out who they are, Andy.
Yes, our quarterfinalists for college from UP in Diliman, June Prosini Anave. From P.U.P in Santa Mesa, Lingui Valguna. And finally from T.U.P, Chofi Legaspi. David?
Thank you, Andy. And June, Lingui, and Chofi, this is it, the big day, at least for now. Remember, our champion here today moves on to the grand finals, and I'm sure you're itching to get that car. So let's begin. All right, Soon. That's working. June is from Diliman. He's 20 years old. He's in 4th year, taking up AD journalism. He plans on proceeding to law, and he also hopes to become a sportscaster in the future. June over here. June, welcome back. This is a big day, I know. Still nervous, worried, or confident? What is it?
Nervous, but at the same time excited.
All right, excited you should be, because that'll help you. The adrenaline gets your mind going. Now, June, a lot of advice, I'm sure, is dished out to any contestant that reaches this far. What's the best advice you've heard so far?
Well, I guess the best advice I could give is to read more, internalize, and then relax after the review.
What's the best way to memorize? I know you study in college, have exams. What's the best way to memorize information?
I didn't follow a particular program for reviewing, but I did just that, read, internalize, and relax.
Internalization is the key. All right, June, thank you very much. P.U.P. Santa Mesa, Lingui, your buzzer, please. Lingui is 21 years old. He's in his 5th year now in civil engineering. He's president of the P.U.P. Quizzes Club, and on the side, he likes to write poetry. Now, Lingui, same question. I mean, so many ways to study and prepare for a quiz, an exam, more so a competition like this. But what's the best way?
Para po madaling maalala yung mga terms, yung i-apply nila sa araw-araw nilang gawain. Kaya halimbawa yung mga terms.
Oh, example, Lingui.
Halimbawa yung meron kang kaaway, isipin mo na lang lagi ahimsa yung...
So you use the terms that people don't often use to and apply that to practical situations.
Yes, sir.
Ganun pala yung pag-internalize ni Lingui. That's a good way of doing it, Lingui. Yung ba personal program mo yan o you studied this kind of style before?
Yun po yung standard na sinet ng mga predecessors namin mula pa kila Kuya Chard.
All right. Predecessors sa P.U.P. Quizzes Circles. All right. Thank you very much, Lingui. Chofi, your buzzer, please. Chofi is 19 years old. He's in 4th year, taking up BS Mechanical Engineering. On the side, he likes to play chess. Chofi, I'm sure sa mechanical engineering, maraming memorizing that has to be done or internalizing of information kasi mga formula, mga figures, information. What's the best way to internalize or memorize?
I think it will take a dedication and a strong heart to memorize those words.
Strong heart. But anong connection ng strong heart sa pag-aaral?
Kasi there are many words na dapat mong konsiduhin, but you should prioritize and put it into your heart, not in your mind.
All right. That's a good way of putting it. Chofi, Lingui, and of course, June, let's begin. Our first round will be easy questions. 400 pesos for every correct answer. So listen carefully. First question natin, nasa science. In biology, what do you call the outer layer of a structure? Chofi.
Chitin.
No, such as the brain, kidney, or adrenal glands. Outer layer, June.
Dermis.
Wrong. Lingui, would you like to try?
Plura.
Cortex is the answer. History. Who was the last emperor of China? Chofi.
Puyi.
That's right, Pu Yi. Mathematics. A magazine advertises its annual subscription price as 120 pesos. That's 70% off the newsstand price, okay? Its annual subscription price of 120 pesos at 70% off the newsstand price. What number of pesos per year, or how much per year would a reader spend if he buys a magazine from the newsstands? So 120 pesos at 70% off the newsstand price. How much would he spend a year if he buys a magazine from the newsstands? June?
1,008 pesos.
That is wrong. Lingui?
242 pesos.
Wrong. Chofi? We still have some time. 10 seconds. 9. Chofi?
94 pesos.
400 pesos is the answer. Let's try the arts. Who wrote the catalog entitled Biblioteca Filipina? June. June?
Tomas Pinpin.
Tomas Pinpin is wrong. Anyone else? Biblioteca Filipina. Who wrote that catalog? Lingui.
Padre Pedro Pelaez.
That is wrong. Choppy. Trinidad Pardo de Tavera is the correct answer. General information. What do you call the business of producing and handling milk and milk products such as cream, butter, and cheese? Lingui.
Dairy.
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 Dairy is wrong. I'm sorry. Dairy is the product. The business is dairying. So I won't consider that, Lingui. Science. What do you call a type of asexual reproduction or asexual reproduction whereby a single-celled organism divides into two smaller daughter cells? Chofi.
Mitosis.
Wrong. June.
Meiosis.
Also wrong. Asexual reproduction. Lingui.
Separation.
Single cell to two daughter cells, it's called binary fusion, or binary fission rather. History. Who was President Corazon Aquino's first executive secretary? June.
Oscar Orbos.
That is wrong. First, the very first, right after the People Power Revolution. He is Joker Arroyo. Mathematics. What day and time will it be 30,000 seconds after 10:50 p.m. on Tuesday? So give me two answers. The day and the time. Will it be 30,000 seconds after 10:50, that's 10:50 p.m. on a Tuesday? Give me the day of the week and the exact time. Okay, Choppy. Day and time, make it quick. Time's up. Lingui, June, 30,000 seconds after 10:50 is 7:10 in the morning, the following day, Wednesday. Let's go to the arts. For whom are the Cecil Awards? That's C-E-C-I-L. Cecil Awards, an annual recognition of persons and institutions who have contributed to the development of Philippine music named after. Or sa Pilipinas, Cecil Awards. Lingui.
Or pianist.
For whom? The exact person. That's wrong. June?
For Cecil Licad.
Wrong. Choppy. The person. Cecil Lloyd, or Cecil Lloyd is the answer. And for our last question in the easy round, general information. What do you call a company or enterprise operating in several countries, usually with 25% or more? Choppy?
Multinational corporation.
Correct. 25% or more of its output capacity located outside its country of origin. Chofi, you are all alone in the lead because you're also all alone in the scoring column with 800 points. Lingui and June, you have no score yet. When we return, we'll bring you the final round in our quarterfinals of Battle of the Brains.
For general education of math, science, English, comprehension, writing, and speaking, JED equips your child for success.
We're back for the final round here in our quarterfinals for year number 7. This is the college division. And June, Lingui, and Chofi, gentlemen, good luck. This is it. Our winner moves on to the grand final, so let's move on quickly. Let's start with our first question in history. Difficult questions now, 600 pesos each. Who was the leader of the Thai guerrilla army against the Japanese, who became the first prime minister to win? Chofi.
Ong San.
Wrong. Lingui.
Tuangko King Abdul Rahman.
Wrong. Now, let me finish. He became the first prime minister to win the support of a democratically chosen parliament shortly after World War II? Who was this Thai guerrilla leader against the Japanese? June? Go ahead.
Prem Tinsulanonda.
That is wrong. Priti Banomyong is the answer. The arts. In music, what do you call the termination of a musical line or phrase? Lingui.
Cesura.
That's wrong. Expressed rhythmically and harmonically. Termination of a musical line or phrase. June.
Coda.
That's wrong. Choppy. No. The answer is cadence. General information. What was the name of the spacecraft launched from the space shuttle Atlantis in October 1989? June?
Giotto.
Wrong. A 6-year journey to Jupiter. Goes on a 6-year journey to Jupiter. Choppy?
Pioneer.
Wrong. Lingui?
The Voyager.
Galileo is the answer. Science. What do you call a dome of igneous rock that solidifies in a huge underground mass? Dome of igneous rock that solidifies in a huge underground mass. It's called a batholith. Mathematics. If the length of a rectangular solid is doubled, while its width and height are each reduced to 1/2 their original measures, is the volume increased or decreased, and by how much? Two answers, increased or decreased, and by how much? Again, if the length of a rectangular solid is doubled, while its width and height are each reduced to 1/2 their original measures, is the volume increased or decreased, and by how much? Lingui, increased or decreased?
It stays the same.
It stays the same? That is wrong. June.
It is decreased
Okay, it's decreased by how much?
by 50%.
By 50%, or 1/2 the original. You are right, June. That is 600 points. Second place now for June. Choppy still in first place. Lingui alone in third place. Let's try history. Who was the Spanish explorer who led an expedition to Florida? Lingui for 600.
Juan Ponce de Leon.
That's wrong. Believed to be the first white man to cross the Mississippi River. Spanish explorer who led an expedition to Florida. Believed to be the first white man to cross the Mississippi. June?
Juan Diaz de Solis.
That is wrong. Choppy, would you like to try it? No answer from Choppy. The answer is Hernando de Soto. Next question, the arts. In the D.H. Lawrence novel Aaron's Rod, what musical instrument does Aaron Sisson play, which Lawrence made parallelisms with a rod wielded by the biblical character Aaron? What instrument, June?
Harp.
Wrong. Choppy.
Lyre.
Also wrong. What instrument, Lingui?
The flute.
The
flute.
That's right, the flute. For 600 points. Good guess for Lingui there. He's now in second place, tied with June. Question number 8. We only have 3 questions left, gentlemen. What do you call, ito, general information ito. What do you call the use of computers for creating and editing design drawings? Choppy. Wrong. June.
Desktop publishing.
Wrong. Lingui for 600. What do you call the use of computers for creating and editing design drawings? Come on.
CAD, computer-aided design.
Correct. Computer-aided design, or CAD, C-A-D. And all of a sudden, it is Lingui out in front with 1,200. Question number 9 now in science. How many times faster will a hydrogen gas travel through a pinhole relative to oxygen gas? How many times faster, June?
16 times.
Wrong. Lingui.
4 times.
You are correct. 4 times. An extra 600 points gives you 1,800. And our last question in mathematics. The maximum number of regions on a plane produced by 3 intersection lines is 7. By 4 intersecting lines, 11 regions. What is the maximum number of regions produced by 6 intersecting lines. Again, the maximum number of regions on a plane produced by 3 intersection lines is 7. By 4 intersecting lines, 11 regions. What is the maximum number of regions produced by 6 intersecting lines? 30 seconds to answer. Lingui coming from behind, yes, 1,800, but June?
13.
Wrong. The answer is 3, 2, 1. There goes the buzzer. Answer is 22, and Lingui is our champion. He moves on and represents P.U.P. Santa Mesa in the grand finals. Whoa! That's a touching sight there. Sportsmanship in action. Lingui will move on, and he'll have his bonus round after this break.
This portion was brought to you by PLDT. Clearly for you.
Congratulations, Lingui Valguna, P.U.P. Santa Mesa. Coming out of nowhere to win the quarterfinals, he was 0. Even during the final round and the last few questions, he just revved up, and now he's the champion. He moves on to the grand finals. Lingui, konting statement naman dyan, Lingui. How does it feel coming from behind to win this competition?
Hindi ako mapaniwala.
Hindi siya mapapaniwala. Well, I can believe because I see you right now in front of me, and you're standing where you ought to be. This is the bonus round. You have 1,800 pesos. Let's start with our first bonus round. You have 3 choices. Let's take a look at those 3 categories. Choose one. F, T for 2, or W?
F.
F. Okay, let's try F. Are you ready now?
Ready.
Let's go. A unit of length equal to 6 feet and used specifically. A group excursion or expedition for the purpose of observation. A soft, rich candy made of sugar, butter, milk, and flavoring, like a brownie.
Pass.
A small brown mark or precipitation of pigment in the skin, often brought out by the sun. Many Caucasians have this on their face.
Pimples. No, pass.
F. Okay. A woman engaged to be married.
Fiancé.
The point or support in which the lever turns or lever turns.
Fulcrum.
An expression in which words are used not in their literal sense, but to create a more forceful dramatic effect. Like simile, metaphor.
Figures of speech.
A small ornamental figure carved or formed from wood, porcelain. The hand closed tightly with fingers bent against a palm. A spring, especially the source of a stream. Lots of this in Rome.
Fjord.
A small brown mark or precipitation of pigment in the skin, they're called freckles. May freckles ka ba, Lingui? Wala. A soft, rich candy made of sugar, fudge, like brownie, fudge. A spring is a fountain. Okay. The hand closed tightly, fist, that was correct. Small ornamental figure, figurine, you're correct. Expression in which words are used not in their literal sense. Figure of speech is correct. Fulcrum, point of support. Fiancé, engaged to be married. Field trip, a group excursion, that's correct. And fathom, a unit of length equal to 6 feet and used specifically in the measurement of marine depths. Lingui, that's 7 out of 10. 4,200 plus 1,800. Let's take a look at our scoreboard. 6,000 pesos for you at this point. Congratulations, Lingui. That's a lot of money. Now, I can give you 2,000 pesos more. You know how this works. I'll give you a set of jumbled letters. Make some sense of it. Form a new word. In 30 seconds, I'll help you out with a clue. If you're right, that's 2,000 pesos for you. Let's take a look now. U-T-H-E-C-U-A. Here's your clue. A term originally applied to a French medieval castle, but now used to describe a country house or important residence in France.
Chateau.
Chateau is the correct answer. 2,000 pesos plus for Lingui for a grand total of 8,000. Here it is, Lingui. I'll see you again in June for the grand finals. It's your lucky day. 8,000 pesos. Take good care of that and prepare for grand finals. We'll see you right after this break.